Today's discussion is about what topics we think couples should discuss before they get married. Yes, sex is one of them. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Talk to Us Today. I'm Simrit.
And I'm Namita. Welcome to our latest episode of TalktousToday Today. This is a fun and interesting episode, especially for people who are seriously dating and want to start thinking about a future with their partner. So this future could be to get married or to live together, but it requires some serious thoughts. So everyone says that marriage is one of the most important decisions of our lives. And these days it seems so complicated, Simrit, because so many
Doesn't
people
it?
split up. Before
I
married,
know.
people talk about divorce. Imagine.
Yeah.
And which really freaks people out. And that makes more and more people scared of commitment.
That's so true. Like dating and meeting people is so much fun. Initial days are always exciting, full of chemistry and expectations.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
My
is he gonna hold
hubby
my
got
hand?
chubby.
Is he gonna kiss me? Oh my God, what is he thinking? And you analyze everything to death. But it's fun. But as time goes on and things settle, things go well, it seems, I mean, if you're lucky, it seems like this person must be the one. And then we start thinking about living together or getting married. And most of us think that marriage is really similar to dating, other than the fact that you live together. And I hate to be the one to burst your bubble, but it's really not. Okay.
Well, Simrit, I had a complete arranged marriage. Yes, just like the
Right.
ones you see in the Hindi movies or TV
No
serials.
way.
My husband and
No
I
way.
met like just for about 30 minutes. And since everything else was looked into by our parents, we decided to get married. I don't even remember what we spoke about. But it's not
Oh my
same
God.
nowadays. Yeah. And I don't even think that I would expect my children to get married that way. So,
Yeah. Oh, I mean, for me, like I had it like we dated and like just met through my brother and stuff. Like because they were friends, not that my brother introduced me to. They were friends and we met through friends circles and stuff and we'd married. But for me, arranged marriage isn't what like many people think. I think it just means being introduced to a potential partner through your parents or family and friends. That's outdated. But I do think that a couple should meet a few times before. Like I don't think 30 minutes and agreeing, that's a bit too much for me. But one-on-one time is important. Of course, it doesn't guarantee the success of the marriage. No one's saying that. It's just the comfort level getting married. Every bride should be excited to get married. Every groom should be excited to like bring this
yeah,
woman
yeah.
home. And that kind of, in my mind, yeah, it could be there even when you're getting married in an arranged marriage. But when you meet one on one, you're excited, you get to know each other. And sometimes, you should, as an adult, you should be deciding something as important as marriage. But
And
let's be
we did,
honest. Sorry.
yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, I was just, yeah, as you mentioned that they should talk to each other, they should meet even in the arranged marriage couple of times. I remember we did speak once we got arranged for like for 1 or 2 months, but that was all only on the phone because he was in US, I was here. And that also I don't remember what conversation we had, but definitely
Wow,
not.
you're romantic, aren't you?
But something definitely not the conversation we're going to talk about today. That was not
Yeah,
part
so
of
none
it.
of that. But also the thing is that you had already, like your parents had decided and were planning the marriage while you were talking. It's not like you had,
Yes.
I mean, it would have been harder. It's not like people say no, don't, but it would have been harder to like say no. But luckily there was no need. I do think there are certain questions and topics we should discuss with one another before getting to get married. And so that's what our topic is today for discussion.
Yes. So these days, so many couples break up for one of the basic things of marriage, children. I have actually
Right.
met couples who split up because one of them just assumed that other one would want to have children, or since they didn't speak about children at all. One spouse thought that neither of them wanted children, and that becomes a deal breaker. So,
It
guys,
does.
talk about children. Do you want to have children or not. It's important to know if someone wants kids and that you're on the same page. Also, today so many couples are dealing with fertility issues. So I also think
Right.
that you need to go a step further and discuss how much will you struggle to have children if it becomes a difficult thing to happen, and
Process. Yeah.
yeah, to conceive naturally. And would you consider surrogacy or adoption? Please be honest about everything.
Yeah, no, so this is really interesting because Namita, I know people as well, and they're not the same circles, where people have split up because they said, oh, I just thought he wanted kids, and he says, no, I just said it because I didn't think you wanted it. Or the girls put under pressure and shit. Now, this is a personal choice. I'm not like whether
Ah,
you're having children or not, used to be like, oh, it's a done thing, but it's not today. And yeah, I think what you brought up is a really important point. And not just in our communities, it's a huge issue everywhere because people want to be mothers or fathers and some people don't want to be mothers. So that's a
yeah.
discussion we have to. And the next thing that I want to discuss is something that kind of came up, and I think we'll put up the tag up here, see our last episode. But a huge issue, not just in our communities, which is the Indian community, but in all communities as time goes on, is the discussion about the parents and the in-laws. Like, what do you want your role to be as the parents age? How would you want them to live with you, or do you want to live with them? And if you're not living with them, then how much healthcare are you contributing to? Not everybody has insurances. How would they be independent? Where would they live? How would you manage their expenses in healthcare? And this is a really big issue because even in traditional Indian families, like in arranged marriages, this becomes a big issue. Like, why is your brother not contributing? Why is your sister not contributing? You know what, guys? Just discuss this because the parents are really an important part of everyone's lives, whether you live with them or not. You need to know how financially taking care of them, how much time you want to spend with them, and when you go and visit, how everything, instead of discussing like what they're giving, discuss what you're going to be giving them. So that's also, I think, a really important part. And to split up over that would be just so sad. But I've seen it happen. And at some point, like the kids get involved, and so there's no choice here. Parents or children, they do become our responsibility in some form or way. So don't take it for granted. Please get on the same page before getting married.
Yeah, definitely. It's a very important point, Simran. And I think another important issue is career balance. And this
So
is
true.
especially true for the early days of your marriage. The spouse, especially, if in most cases it's wife, is a workaholic before marriage. But you
Right.
think that after marriage she will settle down and take a back seat at work.
I hate that word.
Yeah, and imagine your disappointment when she wants to work just as hard and expects that bonus and promotion. So do discuss how important your career is for you. And with this financial expectations you have from each spouse, and gone are the days when income it was one income household. Today, two income household is becoming more common. So discuss
Absolutely.
how you want to deal with money and try to discuss it openly. It's very important.
Well, irrespective of what topics we're saying, guys, be honest, discuss it openly. I mean,
Yeah.
don't shy away from topics. So, everyone's favorite topic, discuss sex. Now, it's weird, right? In arranged marriages, I think it'll be super hard. I don't know. Kids today, I mean, the younger generation, Gen Z, they have no problem discussing this. So, not everyone is having sex before they get married. That's their personal body, personal choices. You guys are adults, do whatever you want. Either way, do or not do. No, that's your choice. Everyone's own choice. Not even a point of discussion. But if you're planning to get married and either like whether you've had sex together or not, everything changes once regular married life kicks in. And sex lives change, drives change. So if something is extremely important to you vis-a-vis sex, or something is really not important to you, in those cases, and you know this beforehand that I just am not that discuss it before. Like those are the kind of things. I'm not saying discuss it on a regular. If everything is happy, go for it. Because life is gonna throw you off guard. Just go with the flow. But if it's really, really like you're someone who has like this extremely high sex drive, discuss it. If you don't, discuss it. Those two extremes, I'm saying.
During our time, these things, I mean, I would say I never thought about all that. But
You're young.
today's kids are really smart. They are very clear about a lot of things. I've seen that. So yes, it's very important to discuss everything. So another important thing I think they should talk about is your friendship and social life.
Yeah.
Now, the longer you date each other, I assume this issue resolve itself, but you will come to know each other better, and you will be introduced to each other's friends, and you develop a joint social life where you all become part of each other's individual social circles. And at the very least, you know which friend is important part of your partner's life.
Right.
You also come to know the other's socializing habits, how much they like to go out for parties or social life or dinners or movies. And I've heard many couples who split because they found their partner is too introvert and he or she refused to socialize with other friend circle. So yes, one of them didn't like the other's close friends, for example, and as a result, one spouse had to give up all the friends and that he or she grew up with. So yes, and in the long run, that leads to a lot of frustration.
So I'm starting. Yeah, it does lead to a lot of frustration. And I mean, when I hear that this happens, I've heard of two couples actually who ended up, I mean, you live with it for so many years and then you get fed up because one person can't satisfy all your needs. You need your friend circle. So, guys, this seems to be today's takeaway from my point of view. There are no guarantees in life that a relationship will last forever. That's a given. And so, before taking this plunge, do discuss deal breakers. And you guys know what their deal breakers are, like having children or not having children, care of aging parents, money, sex, and friendships. And don't expect the other person to change after marriage. Like you've been seeing each other or you met somebody and you're like, oh, I could change this about him later, or I could change this about her later. No. If you don't like what you see there, you know what? You're not going to get 100%, but be realistic about your deal breakers. Try to be realistic in your expectations from your partner, but do let them know how you honestly feel, because mantra always communication.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, listen to your heart and go for it, because marriage with the right person is amazing. Don't let my husband hear you. Okay. Hear me say he does. Don't overthink it. Go for it if everything works out.
Yes, don't overthink. Go for it. Yes, so that's all on Talktis today. Do let us know what you think about our today's episode by emailing us at hello@talktoustoday.com or comment in the comment section below. And do let your friends know where to find us. And most important thing, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to stay notified of our new videos every Friday at 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us on Talktis today.
Remember to talk to us today.
Yeah, keep smiling.
Keep laughing. And most importantly,
keep talking.
Keep talking. Thank you guys for joining us. See you next Friday. Bye.